Are you on a weight loss or a body recomposition journey and you are trying to eat in a calorie deficit in order to achieve your goals, but you're having trouble knowing what foods you can eat while still staying in your calorie deficit? Don't worry, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to build your own calorie deficit diet plan for weight loss or for body recomposition based around the foods you love and enjoy in order to have sustainable fat loss or weight loss results. So if you are a beginner, or even if you're someone who's been trying to lose weight for quite a while, but you just can't seem to lock in your nutrition and stay in your calorie deficit while still eating the foods you enjoy, I'm gonna give you 5 steps on how to not only calculate your calorie deficit, but also how to build your own calorie deficit diet plan. I hate the word diet, let's just call it diet, referring to the foods you are eating, not diet, if you know what I mean. So watch all the way to the end, watch these 5 tips, and I guarantee by the end of this video, you are gonna be well on your way to eating and staying in your calorie deficit while still enjoying the foods you love and achieving sustainable weight loss. Before we dive right in, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get a notification when I release a new video just like this one every single week. My name is Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and fitness and fat loss motivation specialist. I have over 16 years experience in the industry helping people increase lean muscle, decrease body fat, and become the strongest, healthiest versions of themselves. And I created this channel to help you as well. So if you find the video helpful, make sure you give it a like and leave me any questions in the comments below. I'm always happy to help. Okay, so how are we gonna build our own calorie deficit diet plan for weight loss? And just a heads up, in this video, I'm not gonna go over what a calorie deficit is, how do you know if you're in a calorie deficit, or how to calculate your own calorie deficit. I have videos explaining all of this already on my channel, and I'll link those in the description below if you wanna know more about calorie deficit. Go watch those after this one. After working with so many women, both in person and through my online coaching, one thing I've really found is that people struggle with learning what to eat. They find specific meal plans on the internet, including sweet potatoes, brown rice, egg whites, grilled chicken with no flavoring at all, and maybe that's about it. And really, of course, if you eat this way for a long time, you are going to lose weight, but the problem is that sustainable long term? If you've cut out all of your favorite foods, you've cut out all of the fun from your life, and you are just eating in this strict, specific meal plan, which is fine if that works for you and you can stick to that for a long period of time, good for you, keep going. But if you are watching this and you're like, I just can't do that. I really need to have flavoring on my food. I really need to have a little bit of variety. I wanna be able to still enjoy a little bit of my favorite foods, but still achieve my weight loss goals. Then let's get into my 5 steps on how to create your calorie deficit diet plan for weight loss. Step number 1, and the starting point should always be to calculate your calorie deficit. Not your best friend's calorie deficit, not how many calories Sally over here is eating to lose weight. Everybody is different, so you need to do your very own calculations. There are a few different ways to do it, and I actually explain it all in this video right here. Again, I'll link that in the description below if you wanna go watch that next. But that is step 1. You're gonna wanna know how to calculate your own calorie deficit. I also have a free calorie deficit guide that you can download. I'll link that in the description below as well if you really want more details about how to calculate your own calorie deficit. Step number 2, once we know our daily calorie intake number that we're gonna try and hit or stay underneath every single day, then we wanna look at our macronutrients. So your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. If you are just strictly looking to lose weight, say just see the number drop on the scale, you're not really worried about changing your body composition or building some lean muscle, decreasing body fat, macronutrients don't necessarily matter. I still feel they matter because I feel like quality of calories you're taking in still plays a big impact on the mental part of your weight loss journey, how your body feels on your weight loss journey. But in the end, technically, if you are just looking to lose weight, eating whatever you want, any types of foods, but staying in that calorie deficit is probably gonna get you there. Probably not the healthiest option, probably not the most sustainable option, but again, to each their own. If you are looking to do a body recomposition, which I talk also about a lot on this channel already, where you are looking to increase lean muscle and decrease body fat to just appear leaner and stronger, smaller waist, bigger glutes, more toned arms, more toned legs, that type of deal, a body recomposition, you definitely want to pay attention to your macronutrients, meaning your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. I break down a lot more in details about macros for a body recomposition in this video right here. I'll link that also in the description below if you want to go more into detail about your macronutrient percentages for body recomposition. And if you don't know what a body recomposition is, check out this video. I'll also link that in the description below. I've got everything for you guys. So how are we gonna find out how many grams of each macronutrient you wanna get in that 1800 calories? Let's just say you're a beginner, you wanna start focusing on getting a little bit more protein in your diet and more of a balanced meal plan. We are gonna start with 30% of your calories from protein, 40% from carbs, and 30% from fats. Again, this is if you're looking for weight loss or body recomposition. And just like in the calories, we can adjust things as you go based on your results, energy levels, all the things. But this is a great place to start. Okay, and then all you're gonna do is pull up your calculator. So let's figure out your protein first. So we've got 1800 calories times 0.30, which is 30%, right? Because we are getting 30% of our calories from protein, equals 540. And then there are 4 calories per gram of protein. So we're gonna divide that by 4. That brings us up to 135 grams of protein. Then we're gonna look at our carbs. So we'll go 1800 again times 0.40 because we're gonna get 40% of our calories from carbs. That's 720. Again, there's 4 calories per gram of carbs, and we get a number of 180 grams. So we've got 180 grams of carbs, and then we go fats, 1800 times 0.30. Again, we're doing 30% fats, and then there are actually 9 calories per gram of fat. So we're gonna divide that by 9, and that gives us 60 grams. So that brings us up to 135 grams of protein per day, 180 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. Sorry if I went really fast with that, but the main breakdown there is 4 calories per gram of carbs and protein and 9 calories per gram of fats. A lot of the calorie trackers will probably already calculate this for you, but if you wanna get a better understanding and calculate it yourself, you can also leave a comment below and I can help you calculate your grams of each macronutrient based on your calorie goal, as well as the macronutrient split you want to start with. Okay. Step 3, now that we know how many calories we're gonna eat a day, we know how many grams of each macronutrient we're gonna try and shoot for. Again, we're not trying to be perfect. These are just ballparks to give us a little framework as we move into creating our meal plan. Next, step 3, what we're gonna do is break down about how many calories we wanna be getting in each meal or snack and how many times a day you wanna be eating. Okay, so say you wanna eat 5 times a day. That's 3 meals and 2 snacks. Whatever works best for you, or if you prefer to eat 6 times a day, or you prefer to eat 4 times a day, you're gonna just take that 1800 calorie number and you're gonna split it up amongst how many times you wanna eat. So for example, I am someone who likes to do breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. Possible snack at the end of the day, depending on how the rest of the day went. But let's just say we're gonna base our calculations around that. So most likely you're gonna want more calories for breakfast, lunch, and dinners. So here's what I would do. Simplest way, and again, just a ballpark, is 1800 calories divided by 4. So that's 450 calories. So now we know we can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 450 calories, and then we still have 450 calories left for our snacks. So if we wanna break that into 2 snacks, divided by 2, that's 225 calories for each snack. So you can go 450 calories at breakfast, 225 snack, 450 calories at lunch, 225 snack, 450 calories at dinner, and you're gonna stay within your 1800 calorie goal. Again, these are all ballpark numbers, but will help you wrap your head around how to split your calories up throughout the day. And then once you know about how many calories you wanna be getting, now we're gonna take your protein goal of 135 grams a day, which we calculated earlier, and we're gonna think how many grams of protein do we wanna be getting in each meal. So the easiest way to do it is, of course, go 135 grams divided by 5, because we're eating 5 times a day. That's 27 grams of protein each time you eat. Now let's be realistic here. You might get more protein at breakfast, less protein in a snack, more protein at dinner, less protein at lunch, whatever it is. But just think in your mind, ballpark, okay, then I know if I'm getting 20 grams of protein with breakfast, I know I have to get an extra 7 grams of protein somewhere else. And again, you don't have to be perfect. Even if you think, okay, I have to get around 27 grams of protein every time I eat today in those 5 meals, it's a great place to start mentally when we move into the next step of building our meal plan. So step number 4, the fun part, you're gonna sit down and choose all of your favorite foods based on those macronutrients we talked about. Your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. Of course, from good, clean sources. I have a bunch of videos already on my channel talking about the best carbs, the best protein sources, the best good fats. You can go watch those videos and pick your favorites. I also have a high protein food list, which is a free download if you wanna grab that. I'll link that in the description below for you guys as well. And then once you have a list of all of your favorite sources of protein, you're gonna do that for your proteins, you're gonna do that for carbs, whatever you really enjoy and you like to eat, or if you are just starting your journey to being healthier, some of the foods that you wouldn't mind trying or eating and throwing in different recipes. So you're gonna do that for proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay, and then step number 5, we're just gonna take those favorite foods and things that you like to eat, and we're gonna log them into a food tracker. I'm gonna show you using the Calorie Tracker app right inside my online coaching app. But guess what? I also have a video for you guys already talking about the best free Calorie Tracker apps that you might wanna try out. I'll link that in the description below as well. So what you're gonna do is pick which Calorie Tracker app you wanna use. You're gonna set in your calorie goal and your macronutrient goal based on what we just calculated. Do not let the Calorie Tracker app calculate that for you, as sometimes they can be a little bit off. So we know how to calculate our calorie deficit. We know how to calculate our own grams of protein, grams of carbs, grams of fat. So you're gonna enter those all in on your own. So once you have your nutrition goals set, then you're just gonna sit and play around and enter some of the foods that you like, that you made in the list in step 4, and you're gonna enter them and see where they fall and see where your calories fall. Okay, so I'm gonna start by opening my online coaching app, or you will open whatever you choose to use. There you guys are. Check out my set. I can take a photo, but I'm not going to. Let's skip photo. And then we're gonna add food. So one thing I really like to have for breakfast is oatmeal. So I'm gonna type in oats. Okay, 1 cup of oatmeal, perfect. I'll add in the portion sizes later. So then I think on the side, because again, I'm trying to get at least 27 grams of protein. So I really like eggs. They're easy to make in the morning. And I'm gonna just look for grade A large egg. That's probably the closest. Okay, another thing I like to put in my oatmeal is almond butter. So good. So that goes in my almond butter. Here, 1 cup of almond butter. I'm definitely not gonna have a cup, but we can change that after. And let's do half a banana, because I love bananas. And I also add cinnamon into my oatmeal, but I don't need to enter that because really that's like minimal calories. So there we go. And then on to the next step. So I usually have about half a cup of oatmeal. We're gonna have 2 eggs. And then I'm definitely not having a cup. I'm probably gonna have, oops, sorry, change the serving size. So I'm gonna have 1 tablespoon of almond butter, and then I'm probably gonna have half a banana. I always put the other half in the freezer and save that for my smoothie. So that's gonna be my breakfast. That's 374 calories. So remember, I gave myself about 450 calories, but totally fine. Again, these are just ballpark numbers, and then that goes in. So I can see now I've eaten 374 calories and about 19 grams of protein. So what you can do here is I can go back into that breakfast and be like, how can I add a little bit more protein and maybe a little bit more calories? Maybe I'll go 3/4 of a cup, 0.75. Let's do that. I'll eat a little bit more oats. Totally fine with that. 416. That's a little bit closer to my calorie goal for that meal. And look, I'm at 20 grams of protein. So I'm actually happy with that for my breakfast. So we're gonna leave that there. Then I'm gonna go and add a snack. Yes, I use my kid's sandbox to prop my camera up. Don't judge me. Okay, snack. I really like Greek yogurt. Non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. I like Oikos brand. Oh gosh. There it is. Okay, Oikos plain Greek yogurt. And one thing I've been having lately is some Vector cereal in it. So good. So Kellogg's Vector cereal. And then let's throw in some strawberries, because why not? Because of Health, of course. Fruits and vegetables, I didn't mention that yet, but again, you will notice that as you're adding things into your day. That's a snack. So I'm going to do 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt, yep, because protein, protein, protein. And then I'm gonna have about half a cup of the Vector cereal. It's so good when you mix it in with the yogurt. And let's say I have about half a cup of strawberries. Okay, so that's about 232. I believe we said about 225 per snack. Totally fine, close enough, and I'm gonna save that. So where are we at now? So now we click, and I can see I'm at 45 grams of protein and 648 calories, and I have 1,300 remaining. So this is how you just play around with things. And now what else will I eat that day? So another thing I like to eat for lunch is, I really like, they're called Protein Up wraps. Let's see. And I usually just find something that's closest to. You can also scan the barcode. You see the barcode scanner up there. I know some apps got rid of those, but this app has it. If you can scan barcodes, go for it. And one thing I like to put in my wraps is oven roasted turkey breast. So I'll just go ahead and scan the barcode. Item selected. And 3 slices. Sometimes I have 4, or I eat 1 while I'm making my wrap. And then I'm gonna put in, some cucumber, because I love cucumbers. Let's just say half a cup of slices, sure. And then I also put in half an avocado, because good fats and so good. How do you spell avocado? Come on, Michelle. Okay, let's just go 1 cup pureed. I'm probably gonna change that portion size. And then I also like Havarti cheese. We're gonna throw in a slice of Havarti cheese. Let's just go 1 serving, 120. That's probably about right. So again, now I'm coming in, I'm definitely not having a cup of pureed. So I'm just gonna put about 1/4 of a cup of the avocado, 1 slice of cheese, 1 wrap, and about 4 slices of turkey. Again, that leaves us at about 409 calories. Oh, and then one thing I forgot, I usually add some carrots on the side because they're yummy, and again, for health. So I usually definitely don't have a whole cup of carrots. Let's just say I have, let's just be generous, say 3/4 of a cup. That leaves us at 448 calories. That's in that 450 calorie window for lunch. Let's save that. So where are we at? We got 900 calories remaining. Where are we at for protein? 81 grams. So we still have 69 grams of protein, but I have 1 snack and 1 meal left. So let's keep going. What's gonna be my next snack? Okay, now let's add my afternoon protein shake. I use First Phorm protein powder, and I like the milk chocolate. So 24 grams of protein, that's the one. Again, I could scan if I wanted to. And then I put in some frozen blueberries. Let's add frozen blueberries, spinach, because I love spinach. Half a banana usually. Again, I usually keep frozen bananas in my freezer, and they're so good. And then unsweetened almond milk, because it's also yummy. And then I also add water to it as well. So let's see, half a cup usually of unsweetened almond milk, 1 scoop of protein, about half a cup of frozen blueberries, probably about 2 cups of spinach. I literally shove in as much as I possibly can because greens, and then half a banana. So that puts us at 272. Again, our snack portion size was 225. We put it under snack, and again, close enough. So let's see where that leaves us. So here, I have my nutrition goal on this app set as 2,000, but for this specific example, we're at 1,800 and 135 grams of protein. So I'm actually at 1,300 and 108 calories. So I have about 20 something grams of protein left, which is perfect because I still have dinner. So what's something I would have for dinner? Let's say I'm having a stir fry. So let's go with some grilled chicken breast. Again, I'm just estimating these right now. If you want to weigh, I would click on this and know about 25 grams of protein and 3 ounces of chicken. That's probably what I'm having. Again, if you have a scale and you're really trying to be perfect, you can obviously weigh your chicken and make sure that you get the exact portion size. And then let's say in my stir fry, I'm gonna have some broccoli. because again, health, and some brown rice. Let's just say about a cup, half a cup. I'll look at my carb portions and how much I have left to determine usually in advance how much brown rice I'm gonna have. And then I'll probably throw some more carrots in there because I love carrots and they're good for you. So again, sauces, I haven't added all of that stuff in. I'm just trying to make this fast for you guys. So serving sizes, probably about all of these are good. And then I'll save it. Oh, meal type, okay, sorry, dinner. And then I'll save it. And then we look at the day. So where does that leave us total calories? So we said our calorie goal was 1,800 calories. Look, we're at 1,819 calories. Totally fine if I'm 19 calories over. Protein, we're at about 142 grams of protein. We're over the 135. And our carbs are at 203. Again, these goals are different in my app that I have set up than the goals we calculated based on that 1,800 calorie. We had 180 grams as our carb goal. So what you can do here is once you've entered all this stuff in, now this is where you can play around with things. Okay, so we want to take away a little bit of carbs. I know exactly where I can do that. And this is where putting your calories in advance can help. So let's see if we can go here and go edit. I'm gonna take this down to half a cup of brown rice and see where our numbers lie now. So now we're hitting our carb goal. We're at 178 for our carbs. Our carb goal is 180. We're at 139 for our protein. So we're still a little bit over our 135 goal, which is obviously completely fine. And our fat goal was 55 grams. So we are at 60 grams as our goal. So looks like we pretty much hit all of our macros and we're a little bit under on our calories. So here's what you can do in this situation is we hit pretty much all of our macros, almost 100%, but our calories are under the 1,800 calorie goal. So I basically have 100 calories left over. You can call it a day, or you can go in and add an extra snack, or you can add maybe a scoop and a half of protein powder into your protein shake. I'll show you. So I can go back and be like, okay, well, maybe in my protein shake, I'll go here and I'm gonna add 1.5. So that's gonna give us more protein, which is completely fine, right? And now we're at 1,774, we're at 181, so we're 1 gram over on our carbs. And this looks pretty good. I'm not mad if someone's going that high on their protein, but they're staying under their calorie goal. So sorry if that was long-winded and very boring to watch, but I really just wanna show you this is the key to success, is not only thinking that I can only eat these specific foods, it's if you are knowing what you're gonna be eating. So for example, say it's Sunday night right now and I'm doing this on my phone. So I'm just entering the things, you could be watching TV while you're doing it, entering the foods that I'm gonna eat the next day and seeing what they do to your macros, seeing what they do to your calories, seeing what it does to that. And then once you've entered everything in, if you see, oh, my carbs are a little bit high, you go back into your meal plan and see where you can take away some carbs or where you can add some protein, where you can add some calories, whatever that is. And just knowing again that it's ballpark, but calories are key. So the one thing to remember is you never wanna go over on your calories. If you go over on your protein, not a big deal. Carbs, not a big deal, but focus mainly on staying in that calorie deficit and for sure hitting your protein goal. So if you're hitting your protein goal, you're staying in your calorie deficit, you are winning. And if you know you're going out for dinner the night before, so say tomorrow night I know I'm going out to dinner, we have a restaurant here called Cactus Club. If I know I'm already gonna go, I can type in what I'm gonna eat already and see what that does and see how many calories I have left over for the rest of the day. So if I know I'm gonna eat this meal at dinner time, then I know I need to get this much protein for the rest of my day to still hit my calories and hit my macros. So you can still plan in advance for that. You don't have to be doing this every single day, but if you are someone especially who eats very similar foods every day, like myself, my breakfast, my snacks, my lunch are very, very similar. Again, I didn't enter sauces into here. I didn't enter, stir fry sauce. I would have put something on my stir fry. And this is where you can get more detailed. But if you are someone who is just starting out and you're just looking at learning calories, you're looking at learning macros and looking at hitting a protein goal every single day, this is a great place to start, and these calorie tracker apps are very helpful. So don't think that you have to follow some crazy meal plan that's super strict in order to get your results. You can still eat the foods you love with a focus on protein, calories, good carbs, good fats, vegetables, and fruit. So a few basic things to follow and plan ahead. Do not leave yourself playing what we call macro roulette at the end of the day. So if you're entering as you're going throughout the day, you will get to the end of the day and kind of how I was like, oh no, I went over on my carbs. Or you're like, oh, I've entered all my food, but I still have dinner, but I have 1,000 calories to eat and 50 grams of protein to eat and this much. So you're kind of scrambling to try and hit your macros versus just while you're laying on the couch, instead of scrolling Instagram, which is fine, open your app, start typing in what you're gonna eat the next day, play around with it. Again, you don't have to be perfect, but taking that little step to plan ahead is gonna go a long way. And just take the stress out of the day the next day. You just eat what you've already written into your app. Follow the plan and move on. So there you go, guys. That is the simplest way I can explain to you of how to create a calorie deficit diet meal plan based on the foods that you love. Because in the end, if you are eating what you enjoy, all of these foods I entered into that app, I enjoy, they taste good. I am not on a diet. I still know that I can fit in 1 or 2 cookies there if I really want. This is what's gonna make your weight loss and your fat loss journey that much more sustainable. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you don't even need to track anymore because you can eyeball things. I've talked about that in quite a few videos already, is that you shouldn't have to literally enter everything in an app for the rest of your life. But if you do it consistently for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a year, and you get to learn portion sizes and, you know, macro splits and all of these things, this is where I'm kind of at now. I don't need to track my food anymore. I can go off how I feel, how hungry I feel. I can eyeball portion sizes, and maybe I'm not hitting my macros perfectly, but I know when I feel fueled and I know when I don't feel fueled, and I know what to do to change that. And you can get there, but you just have to put in the work in advance. So that's my spiel for you guys today. I really hope this video was helpful. As usual, I'll put all the free downloads and guides in the description below where you can download those. Also, all the videos I talked about that are gonna supplement this video that you might wanna go watch next, I'll link those in the description below as well. And if you wanna know more about my online fitness and nutrition coaching, where I will work with you one-on-one to reach your fitness and fat loss goals, I'll link that in the description below as well. Have a great day, guys. Keep working hard, keep making yourself a priority. And remember, progress over perfection and consistency and patience are the key to success. See you guys in the next one.